Welcome to the Curious Peach. Staten Island, New York, often overshadowed by its more famous neighbors Brooklyn and Manhattan, has its own dark legend, Cropsey. For decades, residents whispered about a sinister figure who prowled the woods, kidnapping and harming children. This urban legend painted a terrifying picture of a child-snatching monster, feeding off the fears of the local community. However, what many didn't realize was that this creepy tale was rooted in a horrifying reality. The legend of Cropsey was not just a tale spun to scare children into behaving. It was based on real events involving a convicted criminal named Andre Rand. Rand became infamous after being linked to a series of disappearances and abductions on Staten Island during the 1970s and 1980s. A former janitor at the Willowbrook State School, Rand was known for his peculiar and unsettling behavior, which made him a prime suspect when children began vanishing from the area. Rand's crimes came to light when he was arrested in 1987. Leading to his conviction for the abduction and murder of a young girl named Jennifer Schweiger. Investigators uncovered disturbing evidence linking Rand to other missing children, confirming that the Cropsey legend had a real-life counterpart. His disturbing presence and the terrifying nature of his crimes have left a lasting scar on Staten Island, transforming a local myth into a chilling reality. In northwest England, a legend grew around a figure known as Purple Aki, a man who supposedly roamed the streets preying on young men. The myth claimed that Purple Aki would stop young men in the street and demand to feel their muscles, often accompanied by a dark, threatening behavior. This urban legend was more than just a spooky story. It was rooted in real-life actions of a man named Akinwale Arobike. Arobike, known as Purple Aki, was indeed a real person, and his disturbing behavior was not just a figment of imagination. He was known for his bizarre fascination with young men's muscles and his erratic, unsettling presence in the community. The rumors about Purple Aki's activities were not unfounded. He had been involved in several criminal incidents, including harassment and violent behavior. In 2001, Arobike was convicted for his actions, including multiple charges of harassment and violence. Despite his criminal record and the fear that he inspired, he continued to evade full justice for many years. The legend of Purple Aki became a grim reminder of how real-life individuals can become the stuff of urban legend, embodying the fears and anxieties of their communities. The legend of Le Lion is one of the most enigmatic urban myths to come out of Switzerland. The tale spoke of a mysterious figure in a gas mask appearing in various locations with a menacing and cryptic presence. This urban legend was not merely a story to frighten the locals. It was based on real events that puzzled and unsettled those who encountered them. In 2013, the legend gained renewed attention when a photograph surfaced showing a figure in a gas mask standing in the woods. The eerie image was accompanied by a strange and cryptic note, adding to the mystery surrounding the figure. The note, written in a distorted and unsettling manner, suggested that the figure was a recluse driven to madness by the world around him. Le Lion's story took a darker turn when it was discovered that the figure had left behind a series of disturbing messages and artifacts. Despite extensive investigations, the true identity and whereabouts of Le Lion remain unknown. The unsettling nature of the urban legend, combined with the real-life evidence of the figure's existence, has made it one of the most chilling myths to come out of Switzerland. The Bunnyman legend is a bizarre and frightening tale that originated in the Washington, D.C. area and Virginia. According to the myth, a man in a bunny suit would appear at night, wielding an axe and threatening anyone who crossed his path. The story of the Bunnyman has been recounted in various forms, but the true origins of the legend are rooted in a real-life incident. The Bunnyman's tale is believed to have been inspired by a 1970 incident involving a man who threw a hatchet at a couple's car. While the figure in the bunny suit was a fabrication, the incident itself was real and contributed to the urban legend's development. Over time, the legend grew, incorporating elements of local folklore and fears until it became a staple of the area's haunted history. Further investigations into the Bunnyman legend revealed that the real-life events were more mundane than the myth suggested. The man involved in the hatchet-throwing incident was never identified as the Bunnyman, and the figure in the bunny suit remained a part of local legend rather than a documented reality. Nevertheless, the story of the Bunny Man has become a chilling example of how urban legends can grow from real events into much darker and more elaborate myths. The legend of the killer who escaped from an asylum bus is a chilling and disturbing tale that combines elements of horror and urban legend. According to the myth, a bus carrying patients from a mental asylum crashed and the patients escaped, causing a series of horrific events. This story, while seemingly outlandish, has its roots in real-life incidents that have contributed to its eerie reputation. The myth of the asylum bus is closely related to the Bunny Man legend and other tales of escaped lunatics. The story often includes elements of the dark history of mental health institutions and fears surrounding mental illness. While the specific details of the asylum bus myth are exaggerated, the fear of escaped patients and the possibility of violent acts have real-life origins. The asylum bus legend has been linked to various true events involving escapes from mental health institutions. In some cases, these escapes have resulted in violent incidents, contributing to the development of urban legends. While the exact details of the asylum bus myth are fictionalized, the real-life incidents of escapees and violent acts have fueled the story's dark and unsettling nature. The disappearance of Le Loyan is one of the most perplexing aspects of the legend surrounding the mysterious figure. After gaining international attention with his eerie appearances and cryptic messages, Le Loyan vanished from the public eye, leaving behind a trail of unanswered questions and unsettling evidence. Le Loyan's disappearance occurred shortly after the publication of the photograph and note that had previously sparked widespread interest. The figure, who had become a symbol of fear and intrigue, seemed to disappear without a trace, leaving behind only his disturbing messages and artifacts. The sudden and unexplained disappearance added to the legend's mystery, making it a subject of fascination and speculation. Despite numerous investigations and efforts to uncover Le Loyan's identity and whereabouts, no concrete answers have emerged. The figure's disappearance remains a central part of the legend, contributing to the overall sense of dread and uncertainty associated with Le Loyan. The unresolved nature of the case has only added to the legend's chilling impact. Charlie No Face is a local legend from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, about a man who was allegedly disfigured in a horrific accident and roamed the streets at night. The urban legend described him as having a face that was burned or melted beyond recognition, with a haunting presence that terrified those who encountered him. However, the truth behind Charlie No Face is both tragic and fascinating. The real-life Charlie No Face was a man named Raymond Robinson. Robinson suffered severe facial injuries in a tragic accident involving high-voltage power lines. After the accident, he became a recluse, hiding his disfigurement and rarely leaving his home. The legend of Charlie No Face grew from the fear and curiosity surrounding Robinson's condition, leading to stories of a monstrous figure who haunted the streets at night. Robinson's true story is one of hardship and isolation, rather than the supernatural horror portrayed in the urban legend. His disfigurement and subsequent reclusion led to a tragic and misunderstood life, turning a real-life person's suffering into a chilling myth. The story of Charlie No Face remains a poignant example of how real-life tragedies can be transformed into urban legend. The legend of Gotham is a chilling and unsettling story that has its origins in the darkest corners of urban folklore. According to the legend, Gotham was a place where unspeakable horrors and criminal activities took place, often involving secret societies and hidden agendas. This urban legend became infamous for its depiction of a city consumed by darkness and corruption. The Gotham legend is closely tied to real-life incidents of crime and corruption, often exaggerated and distorted to fit the myth. The story typically involves shadowy figures and clandestine operations, reflecting the fears and anxieties of urban life. While the specific details of the Gotham legend are fictional, the underlying themes of crime and corruption have real-life parallels. Gotham's story has become a symbol of the darker aspects of urban life, reflecting societal fears and the impact of crime on communities. The legend serves as a reminder of how urban myths can draw from real-life events and anxieties, creating a powerful and unsettling narrative that resonates with audiences. The urban legend of murderers lurking through medicine cabinets is a particularly disturbing tale that combines elements of horror with real-life fears. The The legends suggest that intruders can gain access to homes by using the medicine cabinet as a point of entry, leading to terrifying scenarios where homeowners are attacked in their own homes. This urban legend is rooted in real-life incidents of break-ins and home invasions, where criminals have used various methods to gain access to homes. The idea of using the medicine cabinet as a point of entry is a disturbing twist on the concept of home invasion, adding an extra layer of horror to the myth. While the specific details of the medicine cabinet legend are exaggerated, the fear of home invasion and the potential for criminals to use unconventional methods to enter homes are real concerns. The legend serves as a reminder of the anxieties surrounding personal safety and the lengths to which people will go to protect themselves from perceived threats. Urban legends often blur the line between reality and fiction, drawing from real-life fears and anxieties to create haunting and memorable stories. The urban legends discussed today, Cropsey of Staten Island, Purple Aki, Liloyan, the Bunny Man, the Killer in the Asylum Bus, and others, each have their roots in real-life events or fears that have been amplified and distorted over time. These legends highlight how urban myths can evolve from real events into chilling stories that capture the imagination and provoke fear. While the specifics of these legends may vary, they all share a common thread of tapping into deep-seated anxieties and fears, turning ordinary events into extraordinary and unsettling myths. The enduring power of urban legends lies in their ability to tap into universal fears and anxieties, transforming real-life events into stories that continue to captivate and terrify. Whether rooted in truth or exaggerated through the lens of folklore, these legends serve as a reminder of the power of storytelling and the impact of fear on the human psyche. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe for more, and turn on notifications.